Puerto Rico or Playa del Ingles, which one is the best holiday destination for your family in Gran Canaria? That mostly depends on if you're traveling with teenagers, kids, babies or toddlers. So in this video, a clear answer to all of those. Puerto Rico has a compact holiday atmosphere. It is built into a valley with a beach, marina, restaurant, shopping center and many hotels close together. For many families, this makes it feel simple and easy to navigate and understand. The warning here is the hills, because some hotels and apartments are simply high up and that can mean slopes, stairs, lifts, taxis or longer walks. Puerto Rico feels easy if you choose the right hotel, but much less easy if you choose the wrong hotel. However, many of the hotels here have shuttle services down to the resort and the beach. Playa del Ingles is bigger, busier and more energetic. There are shops, restaurants, bars, hotels, apartments, shopping centers, beach areas and people everywhere. That gives families more choice, but it can also feel too intense with younger children. So for babies and toddlers, the point goes to Puerto Rico because the resort can feel more compact and manageable if you choose the right location. For kids, the point also goes to Puerto Rico because it has a fun and easy holiday atmosphere. For teenagers, the point goes to Playa del Ingles because it feels bigger, busier and more lively. Score after round 1, Puerto Rico 2, Playa del Ingles 1. Puerto Rico has one of the easiest family beaches in Gran Canaria once you get there. The beach is sheltered, the water is usually calm and everything is close by. For babies and toddlers, that is a big advantage. Calm water, a smaller beach and a contained setting make beach days feel less stressful. Playa del Ingles has the bigger and more famous beach. It is long, wide, sandy, lively and has lots of beach bars, restaurants, shops and people around, but not so close by as in Puerto Rico. For teenagers, this is strong because the beach feels more lively and active. So for babies and toddlers as well as kids up to 11 years old, I would have to give this point to Puerto Rico because it is simply very family friendly. For teenagers, I would have to give the point to Playa del Ingles because the beach is bigger and livelier. Puerto Rico has lots of family-friendly activities close by. You have the beach, water sports, boat trips, dolphin and whale watching, fishing trips, the marina, shopping centers, the new Mogan Mall, mini golf, Angry Birds activity park and nearby Playa de Amadores. Playa del Ingles has more variety overall. Here you also have shopping centers, mini golf, water sports, beach activities, restaurants, lots of nightlife, the Maspalomas dunes nearby, Holiday World, Aqualand, Palmitos Park, camel rides, buggy tours, jeep safaris and many more excursions. For babies and toddlers as well as kids, I would have to give the points to Puerto Rico because there is a strong mix of easy family activities nearby. For teenagers, the point goes to Playa del Ingles because there is more variety and more choice. Puerto Rico has plenty of restaurants around the beach, marina and the shopping centers as well as in the newer Mogan Mall. It is practical for families and gives you a good choice of casual places, international food, British and Irish options, fast food and family-friendly restaurants. Playa del Ingles has even more variety and choice. You have really everything here from typical Spanish restaurants to steakhouses, Italian, Indian, Chinese, fast food, buffet restaurants, German restaurants, British pubs, beach restaurants and all kinds of casual places for your family to enjoy. So for babies and toddlers, the compact restaurant setup in Puerto Rico makes it very easy. For kids up to 11 years old, it is really a little bit between the two, either Puerto Rico or Playa del Ingles, but in this case I will give it to Playa del Ingles because there is more choice for family meals for them there. For teenagers, I would definitely give this to Playa del Ingles. Puerto Rico has many hotels, apartments, apart hotels, all-inclusive options and places with fantastic sea views. This can be very appealing for families, especially if you want practical accommodation with pools and a great view. But the biggest issue here is that a lot of the accommodation is built up on the valley side. The views can be amazing, but it can be difficult with pushchairs, beach bags and tired children. However, many of the hotels high up the hill, they do have a shuttle service down to the beach. Playa del Ingles has much more accommodation choice. Overall, you can really find everything here, from very budget-friendly apartments to luxurious all-inclusive family hotels. But also the location here is important, as it can mean you're very close to loud nightlife or very far away from the beach. When considering both the choice and variety of accommodation as well as the location, I would have to give all 3 points. So for babies and toddlers, for kids and also for teenagers, to Playa del Ingles. So that makes the score Puerto Rico 7, Playa del Ingles 8. Puerto Rico is further from the airport than Playa del Ingles, so transfers usually take longer, but once you're there you do have the usual taxis and buses, as well as some boat trips that can take you to nearby beaches, and also easy access to Playa de Amadores and Puerto de Mogan by taking the boats. Playa del Ingles is better connected overall. It is closer to the airport and has more frequent buses, and also easy access to Maspalomas, Meloneras, Sant Agustin, Holiday World, Aqualand, the dunes and other nearby attractions. So for babies and toddlers, the point goes to Playa del Ingles because the shorter transfer to the airport as well as the flatter layout make it easier with push buggies and prams. For kids, the point goes to Puerto Rico because the boat transfers as well as nearby Playa de Amadores can make it great and very family friendly. For teenagers, it is a bit more difficult to decide, but also in this case I will give the point to Puerto Rico, simply because the hills normally are not much of a problem for them. Puerto Rico has a pretty family-friendly evening scene. You have the restaurants, bars, shopping centers, music, entertainment, arcades and places where families can go out without the resort feeling too huge. A lot is concentrated together, which makes it very easy with families. Playa del Ingles is much bigger when it comes to nightlife. There is simply much more variety, bars, shows, karaoke, late night places, but it can also be difficult to find exactly where to go because the resort is so big. So for babies and toddlers as well as kids up to 11 years old, I will have to give it to Puerto Rico because it's simply easier to navigate and find your way around. For teenagers, on the other hand, especially the nightlife in Playa del Ingles is much more interesting. So after this round, Puerto Rico 11, Playa del Ingles 10. If you stay in the right place, Puerto Rico is very good for babies, toddlers and kids. The beach is sheltered, the water is usually calmer and the resort can feel compact and simple. It also works well for kids who like to do a lot of boat trips, visit Playa de Amadores, play on arcades, family restaurants and easy evenings. If your hotel is high up, Puerto Rico can suddenly feel much less easy. With pushchairs, beach bags or tight children, the hills can become the thing you remember most. Playa del Ingles is the opposite. It is bigger, busier and less easy to manage, but that makes it stronger for teenagers who want simply more freedom and more to explore, also more evening and nightlife. So Puerto Rico is easier if the location is right. Playa del Ingles is better if your children need more independence. So while there is a winner, it does depend a lot on if you're traveling with babies, toddlers, kids or teenagers, and also what you want to do and what your kids like. If you're still unsure, you can write me at perfect@checkedholidays.com describing your perfect holiday as well as your situation and what you like to do on holiday. Within a few days I will reply with the best hotel, destination and excursions for you on the island. Or you can have a look at this video where I compare all of the best family holiday destinations on the island.